Hello YouTube, my name is Ashley and I'm back with another video. Thank you for tuning in yet again. And today's video is about how to cope with having a fussy baby. Now I will say that I am a mother of one. I'm a first-time mom. My baby is now 3 months, but she was a very fussy baby that has since curbed. She's still kind of fussy, but not as much as before. Not as much when she was in that range that they say babies are more demanding, which is about 2 weeks of age, and it starts to peak at about 6 to 8 weeks. So after 6 to 8 weeks, your baby should start to decline on crying as much, but they may still cry. And the only thing, there's nothing really that you can do, or what I experienced, there was nothing that I could really do. The things that they use on Dr. Sears or Baby Center, the advice that you get from your friends, it may work temporarily, but with every new endeavor, your baby may start to become fussy again. So what I had to do is I had to change my way of thinking, and that's how I got through it. When I thought about it as baby being illogical, because you're fed, you're burped, and I fed you, I burped you, you're swaddled, your diaper's changed, all this stuff, but you're still crying, and doesn't make any sense to me. So when I couldn't find out logically why this baby is still crying after I've taken such good care of it, I used to get frustrated. But I changed my way of thinking, and this came about as my child started to get older, and I realized what she used to cry about and what emotion that was changed with. So I first want to say is that babies cannot communicate any other way, and I did not understand this, or I did not understand the effect to it, but babies cannot communicate any other way. All they have is crying. So any new sensation, any strange sensation, hot, cold, tired, anything that you can think of, they're going to express it by crying. And when I mean any new sensation, I'll give you a story about my baby. So my child has she has eczema, and I would rub lotion on her body and she would cry hysterically. So I first thought it was the product itself, but I was using these dermatologist recommended gentle products on her, and I would switch products to more organic products, which, by the way, you run a risk if you don't know, your baby doesn't have any allergies, so you could be creating more problems. So I wouldn't suggest going that route right away. However, I was switching up, buying all these new products. It come to find out that me rubbing lotion on her gave her this funny sensation that we know as a tickling. She is very ticklish. So, and before, they can't laugh. Like, she's about 3 months and she's starting to laugh, but she can't do that continuous laugh, that cute continuous laugh that you see kids do. So when I rub lotion on her, sometimes she laughs, sometimes she does that thing that we do when it's funny, other times she may cry. So it just depends on whether or not she can express what's going on, how she's feeling about this sensation. If she can express it in the new way that she's learned, which is laughing, then she's going to cry again. Another thing that babies or my child was sensitive to is gravity. The idea of gravity, something that we don't even think about. Like, newborns are very stiff, like their arms are very stiff when they come out. You would notice that they hold them a lot like out. I actually have a picture of her holding her hands just like this. So when I would lay her down in her crib, it must have been when her shoulders or her palms fell behind her ears, because they lay like this too, hands out in front or sort of. But when her shoulders or her palms will fall behind her ears, I guess she got the sensation of falling and she would cry hysterically. And I'm like, child, why do you feel like you're falling? So if your baby is sensitive to and they're expressing it, what this whole world is different. Like, it's something that I don't know if I can fully explain, or eloquently explain, I should say. But all I know is babies have to get adjusted to everything. We once upon a time had to get adjusted to this world, meaning everything. Things that we don't even think about now, You know, who knows if the smell of the world or the dryness of the world from leaving a place of just wetness and moisture, like all of these different all these different things are affecting your baby. And if you have a highly sensitive baby, or maybe I shouldn't call them highly sensitive, because I will agree that my daughter is sensitive and there's nothing wrong with that, but she also likes to talk. Like although she's not, of course, speaking words, but she does like to make the different sounds, the different vowel sounds and everything like that. So now that she's able to communicate with me in that sense, I also experience less crying. So to me, it makes sense that at 6 to 8 weeks, when your baby starts to learn, like they learn so much during that time, and they start to have these reactions that they weren't born with, like smiling voluntarily, not involuntarily now, and being able to babble, they're able to express in a different way, and so that will lessen on the crying as well. So all I can say is hang in there. It doesn't make sense to us, but when you look at your baby and how they've grown and how they may have adjusted their emotion to whatever may have made them cry before, then you will understand that they're just expressing their frustration. They're just expressing to you how weird this is, you know. So like I said, if they're all fine, if they're fed, diapered, clothed, and there's no serious medical issues with them, and you will notice a different pitch in crying, if there is definitely something medically wrong where you have to get medical intervention to resolve the crying, then just know that's their way of communicating with you. No, they're not spoiled. I hate that term. They're not. That's a manipulative behavior that's unlearned. Your baby doesn't even know how to smile between those stages, so I'm sure they don't know how to manipulate a situation and try to get you to give in to whatever desire that they have. So they're not spoiled. They're not rotten. There's nothing wrong here. They're just expressing themselves the only way that they know how. And one day their crying is going to stop, and one day they're going to talk a lot, and you're going to be like, why do you talk so? I know why you talk so much. You've always been expressive from the time that you were born in the form of just crying, and I get why you talk so much. So that's it. That's my video. I hope that was helpful, and I hope that gave you a new way to look at things and a new way to handle things now that you may understand a little better. But for the most part, you just have to hang in there. Eventually it does fade, and let me tell you, if I can get through it. I had a fussy baby. My child was really fussy. Even people with kids were like, go back to your mother. You know, they'll try to help me and soothe her. She's really fussy. So, and I got through it, and I'm a single parent, so you can too. But I really hope that helps. Like and subscribe to this video. If you have any other suggestions or something that you want to add, comment below, and I will see you later. Bye.